Excuse me, you look really good.
Thank you.
Where are you from?
I live out here.
From Vegas? Like, where are you from originally? Were you born and raised
The
here?
East Coast.
East Coast? Like New York, New Jersey? Yeah? Okay,
Where are you
from LA.
Okay.
I'm just visiting here. When did you move here?
Like 2 years ago.
Do you like it here better than East Coast? No?
I mean, yeah, I like the West Coast better than the East Coast, but I don't like Vegas.
Come on, guys.
Why are you here then? Why don't you move to California?
That's just expensive.
I know.
And LA sucks.
LA, yeah, Maine.
I'm
Like
there all the time.
if you live in like Maine, LA, it's bad.
Yeah.
But if you
I would
live like a
never
little
live in LA.
little
Yeah.
further in a nicer area, you know,
Yeah.
where it's not like, I'm not talking about the hood, you know, like the hood is the hood. Downtown
Right,
LA,
right,
you don't
yeah,
want to
yeah.
live there.
No.
Don't even go there, you know.
Right.
It's not safe.
So who are you out here with?
Just myself and my loneliness.
Let's fill that in.
How?
Where's your room?
You're trying to go in my room? Why?
I'm trying to have you go in me. What's up?
Oh my god. No. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to be like cool. I'm just trying to be friends and cool.
I
You
want
know?
to so you down or what?
No, not for that. I'm just trying to be cool, okay? Here, but you have a good night though.
Now listen, we gonna go through some of the comments. This is a post off Threads. Before I get to some of my points, I'm gonna go through some of the comments. So the first comment says, why would you go up to her and tell her she looks really good then? This is written horribly, but he basically says, you know, why did you do that? And then like pretty much try and take it back and then give her a high five. Why wasn't you trying to smash? Why weren't you trying to smash? So, you know, somebody says in the replies, you can't tell a woman she looks good now without wanting anything from her. Your lust is really taking over your brain gang. He probably didn't want to pay for sex. The only thing he wanted or she wanted was his money and to call her friend if he didn't pay. Bro skipped a huge bullet, blah, blah, blah. So you can look at all of this. All of this is basically a bunch of comments from people on the thread and stuff like that. And a lot of them are saying like, oh, you thirsty if you feel he had to go with her. And also, you know, this is a prostitute. You should have known. You should know these things. But watch this clip.
So I'm watching this video here, right? And you can tell who in these comments clearly don't get what they want as far as women. Because if a random woman that you just stop in the middle of the street talking about, hey, let's go back to your room, let's get the fucking, not even 10 minutes into the conversation. A, she's probably a fucking streetwalker. B, she's probably going to set your ass up to rob you. Or C, that's just, if it's too easy, I don't want it. That's just my fucking rules of life. And I mean, she's not that attractive. I mean, I'm not going to go there, but yeah, no, that's a no for me, dog.
Now listen, I'm going to take you through my thought process as I watch the video, and I'm going to give you some insight as well. So I'm watching this. I don't know what to expect. First thing I think is, okay, this is a little like chicken nugget ass chick. Like I would probably smack. I'm not going to sit here and lie like, oh man, yeah. But I want to say something real quick. See, like, cause y'all might look at this chick and y'all might think she's smashable. Y'all might think she not smashable. But when these guys are sitting down at the Fresh and Fit podcast or Kevin Samuels and they telling you, oh, you got to have 6 figures and all this stuff to do anything with a woman. You don't got to have that to mess with a woman to look like this. That's just me being real. She probably like a 5, 6. I keep it real. Some of y'all probably like, that's a 2. Whatever, bruh. Whatever. But at the end of the day, the point I'm trying to make is she look regular and she not top tier or nothing like that. You know, so going past that. That was one of my first thoughts. The second thing I was thinking is, I'm not going to lie, I'm not big on having, you know, pointless conversation and shit like that. So too much conversation about where you live and shit like that. Nah, fuck all that. Not during an approach. Just give me your number. Let me get out of here, man. Let me go back to what I was doing. Not trying to entertain you right now, but listen. When she goes and she asks him, is he trying to smash? And he's resistant. The first thing I think is I probably would have took the offer. That's me being real. I probably would have took the offer. But the thing is, that is just me thinking as I'm watching this through a phone in a room. I know myself, and I know I wouldn't have took the offer because I do not like chicks who are too straightforward, too bold, especially in a short amount of time. Because if she's too bold in a short amount of time, that means one or two things. Either one, she is like a super mega whore, or she is an actual prostitute, which it's not too much of a separation between those two. And even then, you could throw in another one. Oh, she might be trying to set dudes up or rob dudes, whatever the case may be. But those first two are enough. So after I see that, I see him turn her down. I don't think nothing of it. I think, that's cool. That's cool. Because just because she throwing it at you don't mean you got to take it. And that don't mean that you even if you approach her, that don't mean that you automatically want to smash right now. Like, personality plays a part in the whole equation. I'm gonna just give you a perfect example. There are some bad chicks out here. Right? If I know a chick is a nut, I value my peace more than busting a nut. So I'm not going to fuck with her under any circumstances. I'm going to create so much separation to where it's not a possibility no matter how cold she is. So when it comes down to that more than likely threw him off. And even then, he was probably just trying to, approach a bunch of chicks and at best get a number that night. Possibly that wasn't the case. So then I go to the comments and I see people saying, oh, all this like, oh, robbery and prostitution. Now, this is the thing. So after I see that, because I do see some people trying to say he was gay in the comments and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, that's not the case. Like, if you've never turned a chick down, it's like I would love to think that most guys have a chick that they wouldn't fuck that has wanted to fuck them before or something like that. And I'm talking, and I even believe that's the case with a lot of air quote incels. There are undesirable women that want them, but they are not going to make that their first. Like, they just don't have an attraction for these women. I could be wrong, but let's get to the next move. So after that, I begin to think with the robbing and, the, the robbing, that's not something I've ever encountered, thank God. But the other thing that I think is, well, it is Vegas. And this is the thing about Vegas. I have multiple friends who have went to Vegas, and I'm talking about bitch getting guys who don't pay for sex, who have never paid for sex, who have been in a bunch of different states and have gotten coochie in different states. So we talking about a few guys who are like that, right? One set went out there. One set of friends I know, they went out there and they were smashing chicks the whole weekend that they were there. They had a suite. It was going great. Like, that's what they was doing. And my other dude, he gave me the play. I've never been to Vegas, but he gave me the play because he was out there for a good minute. He said, yo, listen, if you're really trying to smack something, what you do is you find chicks on a Sunday. Because a lot of them go out there and you know what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas type of time, XYZ. And they probably haven't gotten none the whole weekend. And it's like, all right, it's time to throw the Hail Marys. So like, I got multiple dudes who have went out there and have got buns. And this is the thing. There are women out there trying to have sex. There are women who come from different states. And they may be with their girlfriends. They may be with, I got to keep it real. They going to be with their girlfriends. You might catch them by themselves, but they got to be there with some people. But yeah, they went out there to have fun and get cocked. So that is something that you're not going to see like in those comments and stuff like that. Nobody is going to say that because most people are not capable of getting a one night stand. And even then, women wouldn't reveal themselves like that, because every woman is too good they're too good. None of them are built like that. Oh my goodness. So with that being said, that was one of the things that I thought about, like, this could be real. This could be real, but there were some red flags. And I'm going to tell a quick story for one of them as to where I pretty much got this from. But the first red flag is something I already mentioned, which was she's not there with any friends. There are, like, really think about this. If you got a Facebook or Instagram full of chicks, you might see them take a picture by themselves, but just remember that the chick is usually holding the camera, or her date is holding the camera. Most chicks roll in packs. They at least roll with two people. I know chicks who say they don't got no friends, but guess what? They find a fucking friend when it's time to go out and get drunk. They find a fucking friend, man. Antisocial chicks, they find a friend. So you are in a party city, and you move to this party city, and you were on the party strip by yourself, dolo, no friends. Now, it's possible you did come with friends and they went somewhere else or something like that, But the fact that you live out here and you by yourself in a party strip, we could say that's a red flag. Because just period, point blank, I don't know no chicks. I don't know one chick I can think of that goes out by themselves. I cannot think of one. So that's a red flag. That's number one. Number two, her taking it to sex. Her taking it to sex. Her being the one to take it to sex, and her to take it there so fast, so boldly, verbally, not physically, not giving innuendos, not being subtle about, like, verbally, boldly requesting sex. That is something that normal women do not do. I've already mentioned, when it comes to chicks who do that, typically one or two things: prostitutes or turbo thighs. I'm not going to give a story on a turbo thighs thing. I'm going to just say I've experienced that before. And I know guys who have experienced it. Some guys follow through. I have not followed through on any chick that, like, tried to get too bold too quick. That shit pushes me away. And I might not have known, in some of those cases, I might not have known that they was a turbo thigh, but right there let me know. And guess what? Confirmation came later. I'm cool. Messing with a turbo thigh could be dangerous for a few reasons, but we're not going to get into that. But I'm going to tell you a quick story, man. So boom, I'm in my car. I'm on my lunch break. I'm supposed to get something, like, I'm supposed to go to this, like, food spot that I've been hearing about for a long time. And it's in the hood, kind of. So I go from my job, I go to the hood. And this is, like, kind of where I'm from type shit, but it's not like my block. My block is, like, way, it's on the same side of town, but it's way far away and stuff like that. So boom, I'm driving. I see a chick walking in, like, thick, like, leggings. She thick as fuck. She got on, like, a halter top or some shit, whatever. I'm riding, I'm looking. She started looking at me. I'm like, yo, that's a crazy butt. But she was kind of making eye contact with me. I don't know what happened. I might have drove past her again for whatever reason. Because I was like, let me see something real quick, man. I drive past her again, whatever. And she eyeing me the fuck down. And I'm younger at this point as well. I'm in my 20s for sure. So this is not like no recent shit. This is like probably like 24 type shit, like 24 type shit. But I'm like, oh, bet. Because I'm not going to lie, bro. I will holler at a chick out the car window. I've done this multiple times before that. So I pull up. This is the third time. I pull up to the side of her. I'm like, yo, what's good? She come up to the car. She put her hand in the motherfucking the what you call it, the window and stuff like that. So she on the window. She lean in. And I'm not going to lie. It's one thing when you see a chick far away. It's another thing when she get up on you. It's another thing when she get up on you. So I see her, and something is kind of off. Something, the butt was fat, but something was kind of off. I asked her, where is you headed? Guess where she said? I'm not going to say the street name, but basically she said to the Hostro, to Prostitute Village. Instantly it clicked. This is a prostitute. I said, oh, I can't do that. Pulled off. I could see like the disappointment hit her face immediately when I said that, and I pulled off. I had never had an encounter like that, but this is what I learned. I learned a couple things. Number one, like you gotta really chill on hollering at chicks outside the car window. You gotta chill on that, because like it could be a layup, especially at that age, but it's like you kind of gotta chill on that, man. You gotta kind of get up on a chick or see a chick. You gotta be able to see a chick more clear before you holler at her. But this is what the real insight as far as this whole topic. This is what it gave me. If a chick is too thirsty, this is a thing, because it sounds real subtle. Her eyeing me down through the car. Remember, I've hollered at a bunch of chicks out the car window and stuff like that. None of them have ever done that. And I'm not driving the shit to where it's like, ooh, this motherfucker, look at that shit he driving, man. I want to suck his dick because he got a CLS. And I'm not driving that type of car. So shouldn't nobody be eyeing me down as crazy as she was. We shouldn't be making eye contact as she's walking. Like, bruh, she was looking at me like laser beams from fucking Superwoman and shit. How the eyes shoot out the laser beams. That's how she was looking at me, dog. So I could keep going, but if out the gate, the interest is uncharacteristically high, the choosing signals are uncharacteristically high, and even the boldness, especially. If the boldness is uncharacteristically high, like, you don't fucking do it. Don't fucking do it. So when you look at that experience that I mentioned, once somebody said prostitute, I was like, oh yeah, that definitely sounds about right. That definitely sounds about right. And the reason that sounds about right out of everything, because the first red flag I mentioned is definitely an important one, but as far as the boldness, it's just like, the chicks don't do that, bro. You could get 100 chicks together, man. If it, like, I'm willing to bet if you just go pull a random 100 chicks, man, less than 5 have came off to a dude like this within 3 minutes. Because this clip is not even 4 minutes. I don't know if it got any jump cuts. This chick was asking for cock inside her in under 3 minutes. Most chicks, I would like to think, have not done that, because that's typically not the nature of chicks. Now, it's completely different if it's somebody they've been talking to for a month, or somebody they've been talking to for 2 weeks, or something like that. If you take those same 100 chicks, that number might go from under 5 to like probably like 10, 15 or something like that. But even then, that's still not typical chick behavior. So that's all I got for you today, man. You got to be careful out here, dog, especially if you're in some place like that, man. Let me know your thoughts. I'm gone.